Today, I want to walk you through a moment that's honestly one of the most clarifying moments you can have in a conversation, a spiritual conversation. It's simple, it's really short, and it reveals everything. Here's how it might sound. Answer this question for me. If Christianity were true, a fact, a reality that everybody agreed with, would you say yes to Jesus finally? Person responds, real simple, no. That answer right there reveals more about a person's heart than almost anything else they could ever say or do. And I want to unpack why. You see, a lot of people assume the biggest barrier to Christianity is information. Questions like, what about science? What about contradictions in the Bible? What about all the other religions in the world or suffering all around the world? And listen, some of those questions are valid and important. Some deserve careful answers. But every once in a while, someone says something so honest that it cuts right past the smokescreen. They didn't say, I'm not convinced it's true. They didn't say, I need more evidence. They didn't even say, I'm still exploring. They said, even if it's true, I still don't want them. That's not an intellectual objection. That's a spiritual position. That's a heart position. It's the difference between I can't and I won't. Here's why that matters. Here's why that no matters so much. Christianity, if it's true, isn't just a comforting worldview. It's not merely a lifestyle option. It's not a philosophy you add to your mental shelf. Christianity is a claim that a living king has rightful authority over your life, over my life, over your identity and your sexuality, your money, over your relationships, your ambitions, your time, your habits, over everything. So when someone says no, even if it's true, what they're really saying is, I don't want anyone to rule me. I don't want accountability. I don't want to surrender. I want autonomy more than truth. That's a heart level statement. And here's the part most people don't do. They don't reverse that question on themselves. If you ask me the same thing, if Christianity were not true, let's say if atheism was the fact or the reality and everybody agreed with it, would you still say yes to Jesus or would you reject him? Well, if I'm seeking the truth, my answer would have to say I would reject him. And here's why. If I'm really seeking the truth, there is no other way to live. Truth isn't just something you analyze. Truth is something you obey. If truth is real and I refuse to live according to it, then I'm not a truth seeker. I'm a self-seeker. Otherwise, I'm choosing to live a lie. And choosing to live a lie is not only selfish because it's saying my comfort matters more than reality. It's also intellectual suicide. It's the death of honesty. It's abandoning reason the moment reason becomes inconvenient. We live in an era that pretends unbelief is neutral, like everyone's just floating around in some neutral mode until enough evidence is presented and then boom, they become a Christian. No one is neutral about authority because we aren't just thinking machines, we are moral creatures. And Jesus doesn't just ask you to agree with him, he asks you to follow him. That's why some people would rather Christianity be false. Because if it's true, it changes everything. And this isn't new. Jesus dealt with this dynamic constantly. People watched him do miracles and still rejected him. Not because they lacked data, but because they didn't want what his presence demanded. Because Jesus isn't a topic, he's Lord. And that's where the heart gets tested. If someone says no, here are a few quick reminders for you. First of all, don't be shocked. You've been given clarity now. You know now how to pray for that person. Second, don't become arrogant. Apart from grace, that no lives in every human heart, including yours at some point. And don't stop loving them. A no isn't the end of the story, it's a snapshot. God softened hearts and hard ones all the time. So when someone says no, even if Christianity is true, they've revealed the real issue. It's not a lack of evidence, not unanswered questions, but a refusal of authority. They've exposed what they worship most, self as king. And that's exactly why Jesus doesn't just offer information. He offers rescue. And he still invites, come, follow me. Thanks for listening today. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment or review. Really would appreciate it. Have a great week, and God bless.